Hello. 안녕하세요.
We are going to talk about Korea today.
음.
Basically, from Korea, what you miss about Korea after you come here to Sweden.
I didn't realize what is the good things from Korea before I come to Sweden. First, I felt everything in Sweden is so expensive. Here is 25% of a tax on products, but in Korea only 10% tax added. So that is why the price gap happened between two countries. And I also think of why Sweden is so high inflation compared to Korea. In Sweden, 10 million.
Yeah, I think it's
Korea has lots of population compared to Sweden, almost 5 times bigger. So Korea is a big market than Sweden. So the Korean company can import some products with a huge discount. And another reason why Korea is cheap is because China is close to our country. So many product is manufactured from China. So but Sweden is located very far from the China. So importation also need lots of money by transportation. The second thing I missed is cheap price of electronic fee from Korea. I almost live in here 3 months from now in Sweden, and I pay the electronic fee in this house. It was 700 SEK. It is 8 times expensive than Korea, but there is a little differences. Usually I stay at company for a long time, not stay at home. Usage of electricity from Korea was very low because I stay at home only weekend and 3 hours or 4 hours at home after end of the work. I come here almost at 5 or 6, then stay at home usually because nothing around here. The last thing I miss is the food. There are many restaurants and various menu you can choose, and also good price. In Sweden, it's so expensive. Dining outside.
I feel when I was in Korea, when we go out to eat, very cheap, and the amount of the food you actually get, very tasty compared to what you get here. Like you pay them a lot of money, and even though we would say it's a cheap restaurant, is very expensive. You don't get the same quality. But in Korea, it's just good quality for very cheap.
What is your impressive food from Korea?
Korean fried chicken and
chicken.
jjampong
짬뽕.
and chansuyu. The main I really loved. Like
One good thing in Sweden, grocery is a little cheaper than Korea.
cafes here is very expensive. Like 50 to 70 SEK for just one drink. But in Korea, so cheap and go there often.
There are many cafe gathering in just one street. There are 3 or 5 cafe in a row. Today we will go to this cafe, or we can choose a lot. But here, first of all, we are not living in the middle of the city. We are a little out of the city, so hard to see the cafe. And even though we go out the city after the end of the walk, many cafes closed already.
In Sweden, things close very early.
Oh,
The feeling I had about Korea was like everything starts at night. That's really nice. Got a little culture shock in Korea. It's about the nightlife. I saw many people going out with colleagues. You get off work very late.
Yes.
And you don't go home. You go out to drink and eat with colleagues. What about family? And I get now why in Korea people don't really get kids. Like because there is not really a time I don't see the parents actually having time for their kids if they're going out with colleagues and be so late.
Right.
Where in Denmark is when you get off, you go straight home and family, we get together with family, or you eat dinner and you're relaxing together. Or not in Korea.
I think the reason why our night culture is developed because Korea is a small country.
Yes.
And everything is compact on the capital city, Seoul. Out of peace, you can see look so many restaurants and cafe and a pub, many things to enjoy. We walk a long time. Normally, we miss the dinner time. Sometimes we need to eat something after end of the walk. And normally we don't walk alone. We walk with a colleague. And so colleagues also same situation. They did you eat the dinner or do you have a time to eat dinner? They ask that actually meaning do you want to drink alcohol?
About another thing I actually got joked about in Korea. Let's have a shopping day and we go out really early. And
What time?
I think it was 10. We actually got there. Everything was just closed. So we just walked around in like there was a few restaurants that started to open. But I think there was 1 or 2 clothing shops that actually had opened. So me and my friend was just like, doesn't matter, let's go here later. And at night we go back to Hongdae and everything was just open. Usually in Denmark, if you go after dinner time, everything is closed. Like you cannot go anywhere. You're lucky that restaurants are open until 8. That's it. Like clothing shops all close at like 4 or 5. So it was like complete shock when clothing shop had open until 10.
But
you say you're having a short day of work. I think it's actually a long day of work because you go very early. You're there at 7. I would usually think, coming from Denmark, if you go work at 7, then you are off at 3. You are usually just working 7 hours, maybe 8 if it's a long day.
I think I should mention one thing. In Sweden, is normally people work 40 hours per week.
37 hours it is in Denmark, so it's
normally
3 hours
differences.
less.
Remember, I entered a new company in recent, so I need time to adjust the other stuff, system in office.
But then we can actually say it's also a culture shock because
I think I still have a habit working long. I feel a little guilty to come back very early, before 5 or 4. So we talk about what is I miss. It's Korea.
yes.
And you miss too?
Yes, I missed that too. Okay, bye. Guys.